Welcome to Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Uyai Anyakan, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city in Ghana today. Medical practitioners in Uyo call on residents to use insecticide-treated net to avoid Donald Trump. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Thanks for joining us. First in the news this afternoon is Nigeria's leader, President Muhammadu Buhari, who will depart Abuja today for Accra, Ghana, to attend the third Extraordinary of Ghana. A statement signed by his spokesperson, Femi Adesina, said Buhari will participate and deliver remarks at the high-level discussion on strategies for strengthening peace and security in the fight against maritime-related crimes in the region. As the immediate past chair of the Assembly, Buhari had championed collective efforts by member states of the region, the Economic Community of Central African States, the Economic Community. In 2019, Nigeria's 10th National Assembly passed the Suppression of Piracy and Other Maritime Offences Act 2019, which aims to prevent and suppress piracy, armed robbery, and other unlawful acts against a ship. Reports say Buhari will be accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, among other government officials. Away from that, the chairman CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, articulated this during a televised interview. The NIDCOM boss also cautioned against certain mobilization efforts of the National Association of Nigeria from their campuses. The former House of Representatives member explained that the Nigerian mission has informed the students of a point of connection where the buses will convey them. Argued that there has been tremendous progress, noting that every Nigerian student now has a point of contact for evacuation. In a separate development, the valedictory meeting of the 36 state governors of the Federation will be held on Wednesday, April 26, 2023 in Abuja. This is according to an invitation to all the 36 governors. AC3 will be physical as 4 previous sessions were virtual. The letter further stated that all the governors would have the opportunity to give their valedictory remarks after the chairman's opening speech. 17 governors are leaving the forum, having completed their terms of office, while newly elected ones would be inducted between May 14 and 17, 2020, following the expiration of the tenure of former chairman and executive state governor Kayode Fayemi. First-time governors are ineligible to contest the chairmanship of the forum. On census, the National Population Commission (NPC) signed by the Commission spokesperson Isiaka Yahaya. The NPC's assurance came following a viral video where its staff in Niger State, Sanusi Megida, said the Commission server was hacked, leading to the postponement of the local government areas level training of the supervisors and enumerators for the census. Yahaya, in the statement, said the information was false. In another development, the National Youth Service Corps has announced that the 2023 batch A Stream 2 orientation course of the scheme will begin Wednesday, April 26, 2023. Reports say the orientation course takes a period of 21 days, equipping and training the eligible participants of the one-year mandatory service. It added that the orientation course for Lagos and vacation course in Nasarawa and Niger comes, stressing that some prospective corps members deployed to Lagos will have the orientation course in Ogun and Osun comes. The scheme urged all prospective corps members to visit the NYSC portal for more information on their deployment. On the home front, medical by applying insect repellent to exposed skin and sleeping under an insecticide-treated net. They made the call in commemoration of the World Malaria Day celebrated today, aimed at raising awareness of vision on this year's theme, Time to Deliver Zero Malaria, Invest, Innovate, Implement, a call to implement the currently available tools and strategies to reach those who are in need at the Western Pacific. The medical experts, to include fever, headache, fatigue, diarrhea, among others. They advised residents to avoid stagnant water that breeds mosquitoes around their environment.
When we talk of malaria, is caused by a parasite called Plasmodium anopheles mosquito. So that's the genesis of malaria. There are many. Common symptoms could involve fever, vomiting. Now, when people have malaria, all the symptoms may not pick. Some could have abdominal pains. And so when we talk about symptoms, when people have a particular ailment or disease, all the symptoms may not play at the same time, but some could play. But those are the commonest symptoms of the malaria parasite. Where do you find these mosquitoes? You find them where there are white bushes. You find them where there are stagnant water. You find them where where do you even stay? You don't have control over the bushes around there. Neither do you have control over the stagnant water there. Then things like mosquito nets are very key to have a house that.
And then goes during the daytime, and then they play and be like nothing is going on, but symptoms are mostly fever, and then they get weak most times. Sometimes they do not play as often as they're supposed to. So once you see that fever, mostly in the night, you should come to the hospital, please. Substandard for even WHO, sleep on that a treated mosquito net. It is compulsory for the whole family. And then if you live in a places where there are gutters and stagnant water, you try to clean them, clear your environment, bushes, mosquito breeds there, lays egg, and then the egg grow into larva and all of that. So you clear water, it's really a very dangerous illness, especially when it gets complicated. So look out for yourself, look out for your children, sleep on that treated mosquito net. It will help you.
So you are likely to have fever, and in that fever, it's more at night. So it's more at night. You can have chill and can be vomiting. You know, what is peculiar about malaria too is that you have high fever, which is, if you have a long-lasting insecticide-treated net and you're not sleeping in it, there's no point. All right. Then environmental sanitation, you have to ensure these illnesses. Another thing for prevention, especially for severe malaria, is prompt presentation to the hospital when you are sick.
We move now to Africa, where the United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has said that Sudan's warring generals had agreed to go into effect, that the Sudanese Armed Forces SAF and the Rapid Support Forces RSF have agreed to implement a nationwide ceasefire. According to Blinken, the United States was also working with partners to set up a committee that would negotiate a permanent ceasefire in Sudan. Meanwhile, Japan Prime Minister Fumio Kishida some officials have said that the country has evacuated 45 nationals and their spouses from Sudan and temporarily closed its embassy. Kishida said a total of 40, according to him, 4 others Japanese had also been able to travel from Sudan to Djibouti and Ethiopia with help from France and international organizations. He noted that another 8 Japanese had left from Sudan, also with French help. We move now to the foreign scene, where the jury selection is scheduled to start today in a civil trial pitting former U.S. President Donald Trump against a former American columnist who says he allegedly raped her in the 1990s. Jane Carroll, aged 79, says Trump sexually assaulted her in a New York department store and then defamed her after she went public with the allegations years later. Trump, who is reportedly facing a slew of legal woes that threaten to derail his 2024 run for a second term, related to a hush money payment made to an adult star just before the 2016 election. Reports say the trial is likely to last between 1 to 2 weeks. Still on the foreign scene, the United Nations Population Division Director John Wilmoth said this at a news conference at UN headquarters in New York. Wilmoth said the main driver of this trend was the fertility level in the two nations. According to the United Nations World Population Prospects 2022 report, China had one of the world's lowest fertility rates, which was 1.2 births per woman on average over a lifetime. Recall that in the 1980s, China implemented a one-child fertility rate. 2 births per woman is just below the replacement threshold of 2.1, the level required for population stabilization in the long run in the absence of migration.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As mentioned, the world's most populous country during the current month, April of 2023. China's population reached its peak size of 1.4 million in 2022 and has begun to decline. Projections indicate that the size of the Chinese population could drop below. The main driver of these trends is the fertility level in the two populations. In 2022, China had one of the world's lowest fertility rates, which was 1.2 births per woman on average over a lifetime. India's current fertility rate, which is at 2.0 births per woman, is just below the
news. Tottenham fires interim coach Stellini after Newcastle thrashing. Stay with us for more details of this after the break. Of shell companies in Nigeria, Osagie Okubo, has said Nigeria has lost an opportunity to produce and sell about 65,700,000 barrels of oil in the last 1 year due to issues bordering on pipeline rent. The 180,000 barrels per day Trans-Niger pipeline had remained shut for more than 1 year from March 2022 to March 2023. Noting that the loss translates to about 2.3 trillion naira in oil revenue if the prevailing exchange rate and allocation of petroleum exporting countries. Still in business, the Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC, Mele Kyari, has said that so far it has spent $1.1 billion on the construction of the $2.8 billion Ajah pipeline would be energized by the third quarter of this year. He noted that NNPC Limited currently owed no single dollar to its contractors and has paid all its invoices. Recall that the Vice President Yemir Shibajo had said that in health, a consultant and surgeon of ear, nose and throat, Dr. Olarinwaju Idris, has advised individuals that snore to seek medical intervention. One Kwara State stated this during an interview with newsmen. He urged those that snore to seek medical evaluation from medical experts that can prescribe the best form of treatment to them. The medical consultant noted that the cause. Still in health, the Global Health Chief Tedros Adhanom says Malawi and Pakistan have continued to experience rise in malaria. Peter Sands, in an interview, said that in Malawi, Cyclone Freddy had triggered 6 months' worth of rainfall in 6 days, causing a spike in malaria cases. The health experts, they added that the World Malaria Day was usually an opportunity to celebrate the progress made in tackling malaria, and this year's occasion is meant to sound the alarm. In sports, Tottenham has fired interim manager Christian Stellini after chairman former boss Antonio Conte left the club, would be replaced by Ryan Mason with immediate effect. Conte's long-term assistant won only one of his 4 games in charge, dealing what appears a fatal blow to Spurs' chances of Champions League football next season. Tottenham still sit 5th in the Premier League, but are 6 points adrift of the top 4 and have played a list of International Football Association FIFA has received 4 bids to host the Women's World Cup in 2027. According to FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samora, countries have to submit their full bids by the 19th of May, and the host is set to take place in Australia and New Zealand between 20th of July and the 20th of August. On our entertainment news, Twitter has reportedly given a fake Disney account verification status, a gold tick, before being suspended. It comes as confusion continues at how Twitter's updated verification system is working. Last week, Twitter dropped blue marks from legacy verified accounts, and there is a new color scheme to its verification system under the guidance of owner Elon Musk. Despite many celebrity accounts initially losing their badges over the weekend. Still on entertainment, famous Nigerian Afrobeat singer David Adeleke, professionally known by his stage name Davido, has expressed gratitude to his followers for the success energy at the concert. The Afrobeat singer hinted that updates on his upcoming global tour will be announced soon. Reports say colleagues and fans in the entertainment industry stormed the concert venue to show support for social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Uyai Anekan. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.